We now return to TheoTown. Alright, I'm just looking here, trying to think of how I will want to connect this to this area, potentially. I'm thinking maybe I'll have a highway on the opposite side of that dirt patch right there, and that way it'll connect to this region. Maybe I can scoop it around, create a loop that comes through here eventually. I don't know how much longer I'm going to play this. Anyway, so I've got my block set up here, and so I think we're kind of ready to move on and actually start getting a few people in here. Now, I think I might end up redoing this just a little bit. I don't really want anything along the expressway, if I can help it. So having these crosses right here, these crossroads, I don't know what that's going to do to traffic, but the idea here was that people would get on this and then just zip on down to the other end of town. An idea I had, and I don't know how I'm going to implement it, or if I can implement it, was to maybe gouge this down and like do a canyon, and then run this down and then have these kind of bridge over it just a little bit. Either that or have this be elevated, continuing on here and run over that. But because I didn't want anything there, that means there's an awful lot of empty space here. And one thing that occurred to me was having rail down here. Now, having two parallel rail tracks like this, I'm not really sure would be a good idea unless I made this like a loop. So like have it like a central loop of rail here, and then they could get off at the station, on or off the station here, and then get on to the loop, and it'd be like a one-way thing. I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure how the traffic simulation works with that. Anyway, let's go ahead and just put some stuff in here. Well, first thing we actually probably need to do would be to get the pipes laid down. So now, because of that, basically on every road is how that runs, right? Now here we could run it just a little bit differently. Would you fucking do it? Like I could do. Well, what it's actually going to end up doing is going back that way on this. I guess we can just run this thing as the connector. And we're going to have a lot of temporary stuff until I can fix whatever I want to do here. But, so we'll do like a water plant down here, maybe. I don't know, like this seems like a really good beach. But I'm not really sure if that's what I want to use that for, I guess. I do want to bridge along here at some point, because this connects over to an actual island on the other map. But I do kind of want like an industrial harbor. And so I was thinking maybe here would be good for that, and then maybe turn this into like touristy beach. Or definitely along here. I'm not sure how deep that sand goes. It's hard to tell with the snow on top of it. But I mean, this definitely is like a sandier beach area here. I don't know what I'll build there. So maybe I'll keep like a little industrial port thing going on over here. And that's where we'll start it. Now that, you know, it's going to pollute the water, but presumably over time I will be able to turn that into like a tech park or something on that end of town. Anyway, again, we can, because this is all freebie sandbox, we can just go and put down whatever we want to our heart's content. So let's just go ahead and start with a small water pump. I'll just make it a large water pump. We can always remove it later. Make it a large water pump, and then we can just get rid of it when things are bad. Now, this does not need to be connected to a road. It will have to be powered, but that's something else entirely. With wires, just run the wires down. Okay. Then I'll probably end up doing something else here. I did have an idea to add a parking lot around the back of that, but we'll do a little more decoration later. So, I guess then here is where we'll do this with the idea of continuing the trend. Now I should fix the hill, yeah. There. Maybe it would actually be better to cut it back. And then we're cutting into kind of this territory up here. It's okay though, it actually doesn't take too much away. So this would be for density a bit later. And then I did mention here, let's go ahead and just extend this expressway for now, all the way to the end here. Just get it out here. I do want to, what is going on there? I do want to kind of start some industry out this way. Let's do a highway. Let's see. I mean, obviously this is not how I'd want this. I would elevate this. That's just a marker for now. Then we're going to want, well, I mean, getting off an expressway, you're going to want like a frontage road. So why don't we do that? Not the country road. Do the dirt road here. Maybe one away from it. Stretch it out there. And for now, I'll just put something like this in, just so I have some things. Same here. And let's see. So I don't really know what would be considered like a square mile. And I'm not really sure how big these fields go. Why don't we experiment with that? We'll create 2 of this size. That's not right at all. One too many. That may be too big, but we'll find out. And I'm sure we are going to have to electrify that, which we're just going to keep it simple out here for now. Let's just put a little wind turbine. Maybe not even that. I bet a solar panel would handle this. Just put that right there. So, That's something we need to do here as well. So if I'm going to make this kind of our area... Now, I'd love to put like a nuclear plant there. Geothermal? Well, we can do geothermal. Maybe we'll put that out on the peninsula. Not really sure what road we'll take for that. Sticking it to the grid. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 7. Okay, well, it's gonna end up being kind of a... Maybe we'll do right there. Right. And I do kind of want to make this eventually make it like a complex. So like we'll fence this off. Maybe put some industrial buildings out here. Definitely add like a parking lot or something like that for the plant. Just kind of make it as realistic of being a power location as possible. Let's bring this up to here. Now I could do underground lines. Really? They can't? They won't cross that. Alright. Hopefully being right next to it will be enough. They're not connected. There. Alright. So I'm kind of hopeful that this will leapfrog over here, but if not, we'll have to hope that it connects via... I don't even know if this has to be powered since it's a decorative building. Anyway, let's get started here. I may as well parallel this as well whilst I'm here. Pathways work surprisingly well. So, to begin, we need just a little bit of the residential. That'll probably be enough. And then, I mean, really, actually, I would maybe prefer to swap that just because it's on like a main drag. We might like to keep that. Yeah, let's get rid of that idea. Instead, we'll put our residential up in here. We'll put a little square of that there. I'll line this up with commercial. And then I guess a commercial block there too. Okay, and seeing as how this one is going to be kind of close, we'll go ahead and put a park in there. Actually, the park there would cover more, be more useful. Wouldn't have as much overlap. Put it down, thank you. Okay. So what goes there, I don't know. Another thing I need to think about too is where I'm going to put like Police Central and all this crap. Anyway, then we will want some farm. Zone farm. Okay, well, I'll probably redo the farm thing, but I was just thinking I should do like tree line field separation. But we'll see if this develops. That's kind of what I want to see first. So immediately we are getting some people moving in. Ah. No water. No road. Oh. It does need road. Oy. Okay. Hills. So we'll start with just an early dirt road out here. Will we? Just put country road. Well, I mean, realistically, wherever I put this is actually a bad location. We'll just put dirt road there then, just as a temporary. Okay, that should have that now. Now what? Uber mode. Enable this special mode to get rid of all the hassle in the city. No fires, no garbage, no nothing. Now it needs electricity. This is exactly what I was afraid was going to happen. So temporarily, I have some wires coming in. So we can at least pass that. We still have our water issue, though. Even though nothing is intended to go down that way, it will do it. That's a little Christmas village. You are freaking kidding me. Because you're out of power. How are you out of power? Because I never finished the connection. Alright. We'll put the lines here. Because we're going to build over that eventually. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know why some of these paths developed this green along them. I kind of wish they had not. Religion. Need more people. Very well. I think maybe I'll do... I'll tell you what. Let's just go ahead and do the things that I know are going to be residential. We'll just fudge this the whole way out here. Like that. And like that. And like that. Now hopefully the skipping down this hill and whatnot is not going to interrupt a lot. That would kind of suck. About to find out. Okay, commercial demand is returning. Presumably this means it's the middle of June. I'm not really sure where we are that there's snow on the island. Peninsula. It's really only here too, what the hell? Can I play with this at all? Maybe it's in settings or something. Because I mean, if it's elevation based, there's absolutely no way that this is tall enough to justify snow. Okay, did the farms? They did. And they developed as field. Okay. Okay. Now I kind of like that. I do kind of like what we're seeing here. Not the traffic. The traffic is going to become a major issue once again. But maybe by having larger fields like this, we'll eliminate all these little short cross sections. You know, there'll be a lot longer roads in between there. So I do like what this is doing, where it's actually creating fields and stuff, but thank you for obscuring what I'm trying to look at, Snow. But I think that maybe I can do a little bit more with that. So we'll use this grid pattern for sure, which means I basically need to eliminate all of it, because now these little fields are up here. So everyone's going to love this. Nope, don't do that. Okay. So we'll continue that dirt road there. Basically just continue this going this way. And I'm not sure how many connections to this expressway I'm going to want. I suppose all of them. Probably all of them. But I do think I'm going to need some other way off of this, and maybe even just end the expressway here and turn this into like regular road or something to sort of force people to come onto some exit. I don't know how I'm going to deal with that. Dirt road again. So then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Even that's wrong. If I were to continue with the 9x9 grid, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, it should actually be here. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Even more so though. If I'm going to do like where the road should be, if I want it to connect up. But see, this grid is not. So this whole. Oh my god. In that case, never mind. We'll take it individually like that then. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18. And yeah, I really do think that the speed with these low roads is going to be my biggest detriment. But now, if I wanted to do this, and I mean, initially, I guess, maybe take some alder. That's not right. Neither is the other one. That's not what I want. God damn it. Four, 5. It does need one more. Alright, something like that. With maybe a couple of lindens mixed in here. And then like some fir. Alright. And then, where is it? It's under decoration, fence. What does wooden fence look like? Not quite what I'm after. What about this wooden fence? Also not what I'm after. What about just fence? Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, right, that's these kind. So I could also do hedges if I wanted to do like a European-style farming setup. Let me see these side by side. One is just darker than the other. I guess this one is more appropriate. What about a modern fence? That is definitely not appropriate. White fence, I think, is more of a picket fence. Actually, that looks like a picket fence. What does this fence look like? Definitely not that. Alright, we'll go for this wooden fence here. Why won't it start on the goddamn tile that I am trying to go from? Suppose I should have maybe waited on this until I'd actually had the farm started. Right, that doesn't do it. You have to do the actual remove, right? I may need to remove zone. In fact, I'm going to have to remove zone. Because otherwise that yellow is just going to stay there. And it removes the trees. Of course it does. Why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't it do that? Fuck's sake. Okay, well, we can let this go whilst I'm figuring this shit out again. Spruce, maybe? Oh, for... Well, sort of. Okay, now we can come in with our decoration and put these wooden fences around the farms. Yeah, I kind of like that. Now, should I do it around the full field? Separate off the trees, or are the trees going to be the natural windbreaker barrier anyhow? And I don't think I want to necessarily do it like this for everything. You know, I'll do it like I did with SimCity 4 and make some varied things. So like quarters like this, or half fields, or maybe even like eighths. And we'll just kind of cut it up and make it at least visually look like it's different. But I already like this much more than having everything cram in on the one development. And it's weird that it's done this, actually, because... Oh, maybe because there's no road on two angles of it. Maybe that's why. We do need to come in here, though, and make another connector, or else this is going to hurt. How's the city doing? Can I... Okay. I'm going to look in settings real quick. Okay, I was able to turn weather off. Didn't turn the seasons off, though. I really don't know why there's snow here. Uh-oh. Well, maybe this didn't do the thing I thought it was doing after all. In fact, maybe I've got it backwards. Maybe what I will need to do is have these trees on the outside with roads on the inside, like a singular road, because it's clearly developing along roads. So I will need like a singular road so that it only develops on the one side. Or something, I don't know. There's got to be a way, a better way to make this work. And I'm sure somebody has figured it out. I just don't bother with the forums. Or anything, really, but at least for this game. So yeah, now I gotta think about that. But they don't seem to mind travel time. We do have a large amount more coming in. Now the thing is, if I did just like an interior crossroads, what's going to happen is basically the same thing, only they're all going to develop their little farms on the inside. What I'd like to do... I have no idea how I'm going to do that, but I need to maybe have like a main road and then just like a little spoke. So let me prototype this real quick. So let's say there's the 9 field, right? So then we're going to bring in that little road. And that will be a road in between 2 fields. But if I didn't do that, and instead I did like here, and just maybe brought that up. And then we go in here with our trees, and for now I'll just pick trees. It's going to be on an interior like this. And then we'll come in here with a zone. Now this is a much smaller farm, but it'll be worth it if it develops how I want it to develop. So far, so good. Sort of. So I can vary this now, actually, even further. What this will allow me to do is, like, I can move the road in to have the farmhouse kind of in the center of the field, or move it closer. You know, shortening this road so that it develops like right at the edge of it. That'll give me a much bigger variance than this. I just don't like how that looks, and maybe it's the trees that I've chosen. Let's go with these lindens again. And you know, it's not going to be like this interior tree thing. Is maybe a little too much. What are bushes like? Probably not very good, actually. They're not going to look like hedgerows. No, not at all. And I really wish that there was like a variety brush where I could just say, okay, you know, I want these 3 types, and when I draw it, then it'll just randomly give me those ones. And then let's see how the fencing works with this, or how it looks with that. So do I want the fence, the field? I don't think I'd want it on the interior of this, actually, especially when it's facing the road. Maybe that way, but I think it would look better on the outside of the plot. Okay, fine. And then you'd have maybe a little separation there. It's unfortunate that I have to have that space in there, otherwise it will develop along that road. But yeah, fence on the outside looks much better than fence right up against the field. Did I have that on this? Yes, I did. Yeah, having fence against the road makes a better visual presentation, for sure. But it seems like this is maintaining. It's not developing buildings along the road here, and maybe that's because they're too small. Farm buildings all look like they're 3x3. So by not extending this beyond the 2, it will never develop more than the 1 at the cap. I will need to remember that. Okay, well this right here is sort of the idea then. What else I'm going to do, I'm not really sure. Because now it shrinks the size of the fields and all of that. We have some crime. Okay, I guess. Well, it's time to take care of that then. We've got a population of 1,100 people and they just can't help themselves. We got gun crime in here already. Boy. Well, anyway, this looks very out of place, having these little tiny houses here, obviously, but as we progress, they will become like the towers, and probably, because of how it is, no more than the 2x2 towers. I would like to at least get mid-range here, not necessarily like those weird condo-looking things that we had in the other city. Just super tall, skinny buildings like that look kind of out of place. But at least kind of having it a little bit denser than this. And I guess as long as I don't rezone it as dense, it will only go to a certain height. So if we go back here, stuff like this I'm okay with. This is much bigger, but it is a 3x3 building. But because of the layout, see, this is more what we can expect. I think that'll be okay. And as long as it doesn't choose the same building over and over, they clearly didn't add enough variety to the buildings. And this one actually looks... Is that a 3x3? That is a 3x3, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, there's really only so many varieties of these buildings. See, that's a 1x1 building, though, this one. So they clearly don't have any 1x2 building designs in here. It's all 2x2 or 1x1. That's kind of unfortunate. Well, anyway, whatever. So we'll go back. God, I wish... I thought I... What in the fuck? I turned weather off. Why is it snowing? I don't know. I'll see if I can turn seasons off or whatever. Anyway, I'll end this one here. I'll see you next time.